Hello shoppers and welcome to Supermarket Simulator. Now I haven't actually officially started these videos on my channel yet, so for a lot of you this is going to be a new experience overall. The series is coming to my channel and you will see how my store has gotten to the point that we're at here. But as of today, a new update came out. I think it was actually last night that the update came out, and I wanted to cover what was in the update because it really is some massive changes to the game. So most of you probably have already seen the game before, you sort of know how it works, and we've gotten used to our stores looking somewhat like this. Well, there's several things that came with this update that changed things quite dramatically. So, first of all, when you're in your market, not only do you have your products area here and your furniture area, which has been expanded quite a bit. So we now have corner shelves in both directions for the corner, and we have quad shelves that can sort of be freestanding in the middle that we didn't have before. We also have display shelves here. So these are going to be able to be used as fridges, but when we want to highlight an item and have it show off a bit more. So that's a really cool thing. I'm not sure this triple freezer was a thing before either. And then we also have the difference between the small racks and the tall racks here for our uh, storage facility. So I am wondering if I can get rid of these small racks at a point and bring in new larger racks. That'll be something for a future video possibly. But in addition to that, when we're talking customization, before we get to this here, let me get out of this screen and go over to management, because the customization doesn't end there. We also have where we can change the name of our store. So now, I mean, in the near future here, I'm going to change the name of the store to be something more fitting for myself. You can also move your entrance position. Right now, it's sort of in the middle of your store, or as your store expands, it might actually get to be to the right side of your store. But that can change over time, and you can move it where you want to. You can also change the appearance of your entrance, but that's still coming soon. So we'll have to see how that goes. They also mentioned in coming soon that we're going to get some things like shoplifters and such. Personally, I'm not looking forward to that update as much. I don't really want to deal with those added challenges, but I guess we'll see when it gets here kind of thing. But so that covers these things. As I said, I definitely will be changing the store name. Not really caring about changing the entrance position. I think it's sort of fine where it is kind of thing. And so I'm okay with that. But then when we go back to market here, we have paints and floor. So here we are allowed to now change the color of our walls. And as you can see, you have a lot of options available here for this. So instead of just having the basic yellow walls, you can now put them whatever color you want. I'm definitely going to be changing the color of the walls, but I need to save up some money for that. And we're going to have to see how that works, because I'm going to spend some money right here. So we aren't going to have the money at this point in time. You can also put in different floors if you want to. Um, I'm sort of thinking about changing out the floors to something a bit different. Maybe these white floors. You know, the more I think of it, I'm going to go with dark black floors here. That's probably going to be the thing I'm going with. And we'll see how that goes as well. But first thing is, there is another update to the system supposedly that happened. So I've got 10 items in my cart here that I'm needing for this day, and previously what I'd have to do is I would order the items, they would all drop out here, and then I'd have to bring them in and put them on the shelves. Excuse me on that. The update was a bit unclear on it, but it said that these guys now should take things off the street as well. I don't know if that means they'll only take the things that need to actually go onto the shelves and stock them onto the shelves, or if it means that they will also stock the shelves in storage. So that's something we're about to find out together. I'm going to go ahead and order these items, and let's see what happens. Alright, so they are taking those items right into the store. Evidently that one goes out onto the shelf, so does this one, I guess. Yep, that's going onto that shelf. And then there's still some left over, so he's going to go put it into storage. Let's see what happens when he gets a box. So this one does not need to go out onto the sales floor. So he's just putting it immediately into storage. So these guys now will take all of your items off the street for you and they'll stock them in your storage for you, which I think is really perfect. Really happy about that overall. As I said, you can completely customize this sign now, so it won't just say supermarket, it can say whatever you want. And I believe you can fully customize the colors too, changing both the main color, I believe, of the red, as well as the letters. And hopefully, today we're really going to work on the customization. So let's go ahead and open the store. Let's start generating some money because I want to try some of these other customizations that we've got going for the day. So that's what we're going to focus on here. First thing is store name. We need $250 for that. So we're going to save up some money here, get that going, and that'll be the first thing we look into. Hopefully I've got enough products. I shouldn't need to buy anything else right now. And so that way I've just got what's on the shelves taken care of and we'll be good to go with it. Please go into the supermarket and buy some stuff. So my thought is we're going to start out by changing the name of the store. Then we'll probably go in here and I'm wanting to get this dark tile, which then is gonna sort of play on what colors I could use for the walls. I had been originally thinking I like this blue over here, but with a dark floor, that's gonna make this place a bit too dark, I think. So I'm gonna have to go with something lighter. But I am sick of this yellow, so that has to go. Alright, we're getting some money in here. People are starting to shop. Perfect. These guys are starting to stock the shelves again, which is absolutely great. I could use more olive oil, but you know what? It's good enough for the day. I don't want to spend the money on it because I want to spend some money on these customizations here. I love how they all stack up at one register and don't use the other one. It's whatever, though. So if you've watched some of my other videos on the channel, you may have seen a series in the past called Another Brick in the Mall. And I had a store in that one that was the initial store I started that one with. And I like the name for my store from that series, so that is going to be the name of this store as well. We will get it here in a few moments, and then we'll see where we go from there. Alright, we've got the money. Let's go ahead and change the name of the store. We are going to change it to Raymart. Not Ray Mary, Raymart. There we go. So, background color. I'm going to go with something about that color there. I like it. So we have Raymart now. That'll work. Let's approve that. Perfect. That's taken care of. Now we're going to go over to the floors because I know I want this floor over here. This is going to cost us $200, so we'll be looking at that next. Paint, as I said, I'm a little bit more up in the air about. I'm thinking of leaning towards this color here. I mean, I'd love a lighter blue, but I'm just not sure I'm going to be able to get it. So we got this for $200. Let's add that to the cart. Check out. I do apologize. My dog's being very talkative this morning. Alright, so this one I need to pick up. And just like a product in a way, we're just going to go ahead and throw these down here. We'll have them for our entrance area especially. We only get 10 of them. Alright, so the box is empty. You know what? Can I fill this one back up? No, I can't. So we can't, unlike the products on the shelves, we can't just pull these back up. So that is something to note. Let's go ahead and throw that in the trash can. I do like the dark tile though. I am pleased with that. So let's check out my paint color options now. And I mean, obviously, I'm going to have to do the whole store in the end. But we will start out with a small section. I really liked this color, but I just think it's going to be too dark. I almost want to try it though. You know what? I'm going to splurge, spend the money. It just looks so dark. I'm wanting a lighter blue. I really am. Oh, that one looks much lighter than the one before. Alright, so let's get that instead. Let's purchase that, take a risk on it. hopefully it'll be good. Alright, so we got blue here. Now, how do I paint? Aha, that's how I paint. I like it. I'm actually really pleased with this blue. I wish I had gone a little bit lighter on my sign, but you know what? That isn't the end of the world. I can deal with the sign being that color. This is the paint color that I want for the store, though. And I think that's it. Yep, there is no paint in the bucket. So I'm going to keep customizing my store, bring in the tile in this whole area, and definitely we're going to also do it in the storage room as well. As I said, I'm also going to change these racks out for the tall racks in the end, so that way we've got those going on. But look at the difference it makes. I got so tired of this off yellow color. It was just really a bad look, I thought, overall. I love this blue instead. This is exactly how I want it. I actually, you know what? I want it so much, we're going to get some more. Let's get 2 more things of it here. We'll have to wait for another checkout. There we go. Perfect. I do have to keep in mind that I do need enough money to order things in the future and such, but you know what? I'm excited for these customizations. This is a big deal for the shop. Especially that area where there's just so much wall space. Absolutely loving the color. You don't have to love the color. I mean, it's my personal choice on that. But I think that is one of the really cool things about this game is now you have the ability to really customize your store. And as far as I understand, you are going to be able to customize the racks some too. Doesn't I mean, it might be just the different purchases of racks that we have. I'm not exactly positive on that yet, but we will see as time goes on with that. For me, though, getting to change the color of the store here is a huge thing. I'm loving the color. I will have to do the storage room, but you know what? First, the store comes first, always. Got to worry about the customers and their happiness. And so I'm going to spend... Oh, there's no more paint in the bucket. I'm going to need 1 more bucket of paint at least to paint this room. But I do need to save that money that I have there to get the items that I might be running low on, because I need to make sure that. So probably after this day's over, I'm going to end this video, and then in the next episode, which will be back in line with the other ones, then I'll go ahead and do the ordering, get the items that I'm missing right now. Oh, that is another thing. Almost forgot. Notice that the lights are not on in here like they used to be. You now have independent lights for the storage room versus the actual store. So they are completely separate. It's a great thing, I think, because it's more realistic this way. It just feels more true to what's going on. I am hoping, I don't know, but I hope that this sort of dark marble look that I got going on will be able to be done on the stairs as well. I'm assuming that will be the case, but I don't know that for sure. So that's one of those things. I probably should have used one piece here. My apologies on that. Um, You know what? Let's go ahead and we'll get to the next day. We'll go ahead and end this day. I do want to check that out because I'm sort of wanting to answer all the questions about the new material here and stuff. So I'm going to have to change price and everything before we open up. That'll be fine. I'll deal with that at that point. For now, though, I'm just going to spend the money on getting another thing of the floor tiles that I like and putting those down. Now, I'm going with these particularly because of the fact that having worked in retail, oh, I don't have the money for them. Darn it. Well, I guess I don't have the option of doing this right now. I was just wanting to really see if it would change this. I'm assuming that the answer is yes. Just like how it was able to paint around the doorways on its own, I'm willing to bet that it will also know for the floor tiles and stuff to put those around the doorways. Not sure about this wood right here because this is sort of walls. Not sure how it's going to treat that. As I said, unfortunately, if I had the money, I would spend it on it because I am curious to know myself. But I do have to save some money to be able to restock shelves if need be. Um, really, I think I'm doing okay. I'm going to risk it. We're going to start one more day. I want to know the answer to this. If I have a few unhappy customers because we're out of a certain item, then that'll just be the case that we have. But I'm very curious what's going to happen in this particular area. And I do want to get that can of paint and finish the paint job I had going on. But as I was saying before, the next episode following this will fall in line with the other ones when they come out on the channel. It's one that I have recorded, as you can see with the amount that I've done in this shop, a decent amount in the store. And so I am going to go ahead and continue that. You'll see all those videos that led up to this point that I had on the channel, and then you'll get to see the continuation from this point onwards. But same as with this video, if a major update comes out or something new comes out that I think is really important for everyone to see, I will put out the video early so that way everybody can be aware of it. If you have the game, you can jump back in and enjoy this new content when it's fresh and new and entertaining. But I guess that's one of those we're going to have to see how it goes. I'm just needing some money to come up here. And then we're going to buy these floor tiles. Come on. There we go. All right. Now we got the floor tiles, and we can answer this question. Oh, that's not exactly great. So it looks like they sort of just... Yeah, so the floor tiles do not cover this area. I wonder if paint will, because that's a bit unfortunate. I mean, one of my tiles just sort of went through there and was just sort of lost in this area. Not exactly thrilled about that. You know what? I'm going to continue with the floor tiles over here, because that way if it doesn't exactly line up, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, the box is empty. I will get more floor tiles at a point, because as I said, I'm going to do this room in the same style and everything. I just am not happy that it didn't change the actual, the staircase here. That makes me a little bit unhappy. But again, this is just an update that just came out the other day. They may realize that that's an issue. Hopefully they see videos like this that make that comment. And in the next update, they fix that. And I mean, I do have a tile that's underneath here, so maybe I'll get credit for that. And that'll be paid off. Who knows? While we're here, though, let me go ahead and grab another can of this paint. Purchase it. Because A, I want to finish painting over there. But B, I also want to see if it will do anything with this doorway. It's willing to do the doorway, but it looks like it's just the surround here, not on the interior of the doorway. So you do have that piece of wood there that you can't do anything about. Again, maybe in a future update they will fix that little issue. It would also be nice in the sales window if the colors of paint were a bit clearer, because yeah, it was a bit hard to see that this was the color I was getting. I only sort of saw it on the checkout screen there. I am glad that I saw it though, because this is really the color I wanted to go with, and I'm happy about that color. But yeah, as you can see, this area here was unaffected by the paint, and so it has just stayed that color. I do want to see around this door how this goes. Oh, there's no paint in the bucket. Unfortunate. You know what? I'm going to push it one more time because I'm really enjoying doing this painting. I feel like it's really... That is a different color paint than before. No, supposedly it is not. But it definitely looks like a different color than before. Odd. definitely they need to work on the colors so that way you know which one you're buying. I believe 10 is the one that I wanted. Otherwise, I'm going to be very sad about this. Yep, 10 is the one I wanted, but it definitely did not look like that on the box. The coverage, though, is a really nice touch. I like the way that it's covering. And I'll need another bucket or two to get through my area here. But you know what? That's okay. As I said, I mean, probably 2 more buckets at least, maybe 3. But that's something I'll deal with on another day. Um, Next video, I need to really make sure that my shelves get restocked and that everything's good on those. I am happy, though, that when I order products, they're just automatically taken out to the floor as need be instead of me having to uh, carry them in here and slot them onto the shelves. It does make a world of difference in that way. And yeah, just a little bit at a time, I will get the floors changed. I'll get all that taken care of. That way, you know, when we start to expand again, I'll have all of the tiles in the way I want them, all the color in the way I want them, and we'll be able to just add it to whatever the new section is. Or perhaps when I get that new section, if the whole thing is already this color and style, then it'll automatically do that. But yeah, having worked in retail myself, I can tell you the wood floors are not the worst in the world. Lighter colored floors show everything. And one of the new updates they are planning to come out with is cleaning. So I can tell you, these floors probably will not look as dirty as, say, a white floor would. The wood floors will hide stains overall, but the problem with the wood floors is you spill something liquid on it, you could have problems with the wood floors. Now, this may be a linoleum or something, so it would be okay, but I do prefer going with the darker tile look here. I think that looks nicer overall. And it works with the light walls too. I'd say overall, it still looks fairly bright. And I'm pleased with it. Oh, I should turn the light on for these guys though. Keep forgetting the fact that that changes. That's a change from the previous game. Or the previous version of the game. But yes, what they did say as far as updates that they have planned for the future are they are going to have shoplifters, they are planning on having CCTV cameras, they are planning on a new employee that is going to be a guard. They are also one that I am looking forward to planning on bringing in fruits and vegetables and having both scales and expiration dates being things that will come in with that. So that way you have to actually make sure that your fruit and stuff is being sold before it goes bad. Probably your meats have to be sold before they go bad. Everything of that nature. Um, I have to say, I feel like I'm also seeing some new character models. Like, I don't remember the guy with the bow tie before. I could be wrong. And this suit, sort of a dapper look there, I like it. So, looks like they are somewhat adding some new character models possibly. They've talked about that they're going to do a larger city for your place in the future here, so I think that's a great thing. I'm curious to see how my sign looks at night. It's not lit up. I do wish it would light up. That would be cool, but I'm glad for Raymart now being an official thing. I also am going to have to look. I think what I'm going to do is, in the future here, probably one of these shelves is going to find its way over here, and when I expand, the shelves are going to move around some, and instead of having these sort of back-to-back shelves the way I do here, I'm going to end up buying one of those quad shelving units to go in the middle here. So that's going to be an interesting change as well. Something I'll have to look forward to, and you will see it on the channel. It's just in this video, I don't want to be spending all my money on upgrades that I don't really need right now because I have enough shelves. Another one I do want to get at a point though is I want those taller shelves in here because I've had to expand in order to fit all my items onto shelves right now. If I could get another level to the shelves, then that would mean I'd have more capabilities within the storage space that I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just wonder if I think I can sell one of these. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can sell it. So like if that was taken off of this shelving unit, I could sell this unit and then buy the other shelving unit to go in its place. And that might be what I do in the next episode, is we might remodel, because it's only going to cost me $50 in addition if they sell at their full price. So 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, $300. I can easily afford the $300 difference. I think it would be a worthwhile thing for the store. I definitely do need to buy some products though, because we are starting to run low. The paint job works, but you know what? I've got to make sure I've got products on the shelf, otherwise people aren't going to come in. With that in mind though, I hope you enjoyed what I did in this episode. As I said, it was completely sort of a freewheeling, my first look at what's going on in here. I hadn't explored it myself before, so I was doing it as we were learning together. I really enjoy the update. I think it adds a ton to the game, and I'm really much more excited for the game than I was before. I hope that it adds something for those of you who already have the game, and it might even interest those who were thinking about the game but just weren't sure yet. With that in mind, though, if you liked the video, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all again for more of Supermarket Simulator.